We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. A first down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Darnold now to throw. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Pickett. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Off-play action. Pickett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Pickett. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Pickett. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First and goal from the 6. He's going to try and do this himself. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Extra point attempt to come here. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, Darnold. That's going to be caught by Cox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw is Darnold. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They got his man, complete. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They find some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Pickett. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go back to the ground now with Penny, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where the low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. On 1st down, Pickett, flush to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. Faking the give, Darnold. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw again on 2nd down, Darnold. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following a pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 50, it's Darnold. Peck the big fella. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mo Alley Cox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Pickett. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On 1st down, Darnold. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Here's 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Darnold on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, D. 28. Check 24. Check 24. He's crossing. He's checking.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's a give to Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. A handoff to Penny. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Kill, kill, kill.
Looking to throw. Pickett. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Corey Davis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Browns' drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. 112 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run it with Jacobs. A 1st down and more for Jacobs. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance.
And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. He'll have a 1st down past the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Off the play fake. Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Fighting him off. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's at the 40, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On second down now. It's Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off play action. Pickett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns' drive about to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A 1st down throw, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Powerful running. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 79 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 1st down, Harris. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead out to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Darnold. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Here's Darnold.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Darnold to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle.
Darnold, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's going to let it go again. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.